Hey everybody, Sinister Lex here. It is a wonderful, fantastic, whimsical, happy little Friday. Some of you are working from home full-time or part-time. Some of you are stuck in your corporate slavery at the factory, the office, the high-rise, wherever it is you are. Doing a little freelance video today. We want to talk about pricing. Whenever you're pitching clients, you are about to send your proposal off and send it for their consideration. Why does that look funny back there? You're going to send your proposal for their consideration, and you're wondering, how should you set your prices? Should you raise them? Should you lower them? Should you keep them the same? Should you offer a fixed rate or charge hourly? How do you set your prices in order to get noticed by the client? And this is a really good question. It came from my insider group, so I thought it might be helpful for you. Whenever you're trying to stand out, you want to stand out among other freelancers. You want to be the one they notice. You don't want to set your prices too high, but you also don't want to change them on your profile because somebody might reach out to you. They might invite you to a job at your current rate. So if your rates are $39 an hour, somebody might invite you at $39 an hour, and you have the chance to make those kind of rates. But maybe that rate is too high, or you think it is too high for the job that you're applying for. Maybe you think a lower rate is appropriate. Should you change your rates? In my opinion, there's no need to do this. There's no need to change your rates. There's no need to pitch a lower rate. There's no need to pitch a higher rate. There's no need to change your hourly rate on Upwork at all. Whenever I pitch on Upwork, whenever I send off a proposal, I always leave my rate at whatever it is. I don't change it. There's no reason to. Because if you are creating real value for the client, if you are asking the right questions, if you are sending a you-focused proposal, then they are going to give you their attention no matter what rate you set. Your rate could be $5, it could be $15, it could be $100. They're going to look at your profile. And the key here, the question comes from, your ultimate goal is to try and get people to look at your bio, look at your proposal, to open it up and look at it. Some people are worried that if you have a rate that's too high, or that you think is too high, that the client's not going to open your proposal. But let me explain to you how this works from a client's perspective. Whenever I'm hiring people, when I put a job post out there, I start getting applicants coming in. They're filtering in, funneling in. They are coming into my job post and sending their proposals, and I'm looking through all of these people, and two things happen. One, I really don't notice their rate because Upwork kind of draws your focus away from that. The way the platform is set up, at least in my opinion, they draw your eye away from the rate. It's not so much about the rate. Your eye is more drawn to their picture, their name, their title, things of that nature. So I don't really notice the rate when I'm hiring. But even if I do notice a rate, I still open the profile. I'm going to open your profile. I think that many freelancers out there think clients do not go through and look at each and every profile. That clients just skip over you, that they're not opening you at all. And there are times when I do that. The only time, though, that I do that is when I know 100% for sure, without a shadow of a doubt, that the freelancer is not a fit for this job. So if I need someone to do copywriting for me, I am not going to look at any profiles from India or Pakistan. I'm just not going to do it. I've never met someone from like Pakistan or Iran or Iraq or any place like that that could speak the level of English and mimic my voice. Like, that's just not going to happen. I just can't imagine that ever happening. So I'm going to archive that person immediately, especially since I'm going to ask for, in my job post, I'm going to ask that the people who apply are native English speakers. So I already know that if you're from those places, that you're not a fit for this position. There's nothing you can possibly say that is going to make you a fit. And there's no reason for me to waste my time on that sort of application, so I just archive it. But beyond that, beyond immediate disqualifiers, I look at every single profile. If you're from any country that might even remotely be able to accomplish what I need you to do, I'll look at your profile and I'll give you a chance. I'll open it up and I go through and I don't care about your rates, because rates mean nothing to me as a client. As a client, most clients are entrepreneurs. Many clients are entrepreneurs. Some are like mid-level managers. Most are entrepreneurs, and all of the decision makers are usually entrepreneurs. And here's the thing. I know as an entrepreneur that everything is negotiable. And to me, that says no matter what your rate is, whether it's $5 an hour, whether it's $100 an hour, that is not the rate I'm going to pay you. That is not the rate I have to pay you. That's just your proposed rate. So it doesn't matter. What matters to me is, can you do the job? Are you someone who is focused on me and my clients? Do you create value for people? Are you someone I would want to work with? Those are the questions I worry about. Pay is not something I worry about. I don't care about pay at all. And if I think that you're worth it, I'll pay your rates. And if I don't think that you're worth it, I'll negotiate with you and offer some other rate. That's how it goes. I know that everything is negotiable. And most of the time, I'm not going to work with you on an hourly rate anyway, because I know there's too many freelancers out there who screw off and waste time so that they can get extra pay. So instead, I'm going to negotiate a fixed rate with you as a client, and many other clients will do this as well. They will negotiate with you on either your hourly rate or negotiate a fixed pay rate, things like that. The whole point of this is just to say that clients don't give a shit about your rate. I think some clients do, and the clients who do care about your rate, like if that's really important, you probably don't want to work with those clients anyway, because you're not going to make any money with them. They're going to pay you low rates. They want someone, they're on a tight budget, and they don't want anyone who's outside of those rates because they don't have the money. So if they can't afford to work with you, why would you want to work with them anyway? So it doesn't matter. But if you're looking for the right kind of people, the right fits for you, the people who have money to pay you, then you should be applying to people who can afford to give you money. And those people aren't going to care what your rates are. It's not going to matter as long as you show your value, you prove your value, you focus on them, you have that you focus, you ask the right questions. These are the things they're concerned with. They are concerned with what makes you stand out from everybody else, not your rates. They really don't care. And I don't care what your rates are. Like I said, if you create value, I will pay you your rates. It's not a big deal to me. So this is true of any client. This is true of every client I work with. When I get them on a call later, we can discuss rates, and that's when I pitch my actual rates. Just for getting noticed, though, it's not a big deal. It doesn't matter what your rates are set at. Like, if you're pitching something stupid like $200 an hour, maybe that might get you skipped over. But if we're being reasonable here, talking anywhere between $15 an hour to $100 an hour, anywhere in that range, you're usually going to get looked at irregardless of your rates. Yeah. So that's all I wanted to talk about today, because I know some of you are pondering this question. I know that you are thinking about it. I know you are wondering what to set your rates at. You can set them at anything you want within reason that makes sense for the job you're applying for. And clients are at least going to open your profile and look at you, open your proposal and give you a chance. So that's all you need to know for this video, I guess. That's all I've got. If you have any questions about that, let me know in a comment down below and I will try to address them. Subscribe if you haven't already done that. Like the video if you liked anything in this. I'm Sinister Lex. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.